we are basically less than 2 weeks away from Avengers Endgame. So there's some records that I think Avengers Endgame should break when it comes out. Number one, it should be the fastest to $850 million. Who did that last? Star Wars: The Force Awakens Episode 7. It did it in 50 days. It got to 850 million. I am expecting Avengers Endgame to go about 900 million. Why am I saying this? Because there are news reporting that they're expecting this movie to open to 800 or 900 million. I think the real number is 850. So the minute that they do that in one weekend, that guarantees them breaking this record. And number two, in order for them to become the number one movie of all time, they need to be Avatar and the Titanic. Now, I'm not taking into consideration the inflation, because if I get into that, then we're gonna have movies from 1939, and then if some movies in 1939 made $1.3 billion. If you made the conversion, then there's no way that this movie will beat that. But all-time movies, just looking at the numbers, Avengers has to make $2.8 billion, and it will take Titanic and Avatar. Right now, Avengers Infinity War is sitting at the number 3 spot all time. Number 3, if it stays long enough in theaters, it should have the biggest 37 weekend. The last movie to do that was Avatar again, in 255 days of being released. I cannot recall if this record was because Avatar was around for a while and then it was put back in theaters. But if Avengers Endgame stays around this long, I would think it will take on that record. Number 4, the biggest April weekend. The last movie to do that was Avengers Infinity Wars, and the one before that was The Fast and the Furious. The Fast and the Furious was at 100 and something million, and then Avengers Infinity War opened with 258 million. So if we're expecting this movie to make 900 in one weekend, then it's going to take this one like nothing. And number 5, it should be the biggest superhero movie international of all time. Avengers Infinity War made $1.3 billion internationally. 1.3. Now, let's break down here some numbers. Between Avengers, the first movie in 2012, and Age of Ultron, there was just a difference of almost 6% between the two movies. Now, if you take Age of Ultron and you compare it to Avengers Infinity War, there's a 31% difference at the box office. 31% increase. 31. Yes, 31. So let's just say that Avengers Endgame is going to increase by 40% between Infinity War and Endgame. Then that means that just internationally, not even domestic, Avengers Endgame will make $2 billion. And that's just a prediction. That's just saying that it's jumping 9% from previously. So we're saying it's going to jump a total of 40% between Infinity War and Endgame. But who knows? What if it jumps 50%? But I'm just being, nice there. And just giving it that extra 9% and saying that it's going to increase by 40%. So that just internationally, $2 billion. I expect that domestically, we at least get to 800 million. That automatically makes it the number one movie all time. Right there, the number one movie. So yeah, those were the 5 records that I think Avengers Endgame should break when it comes out. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what other records you think it should break. Or why do you think it might not break any of these records? I'll see you next time.
Que la calle bota fuego, fuego, falla, falla, fuego, fuego, falla, falla, fuego, fuego, falla, falla, fuego, fuego. Que la calle bota fuego.